governor of New Mexico is pushing back against Donald Trump's policy of taking active duty troops and sending them to the southern border. Now, earlier this week, the Pentagon had announced that it would send an additional 3,750 active duty troops to go patrol the border, even though they're not supposed to do that. And so now the governor, Lujan Grisham, is essentially sending them back, saying, no, I don't want them in my state. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Here is her statement. New Mexico will not take part in the president's charade of border fear-mongering by misusing our diligent National Guard troops. So she is sending them back. However, a small contingent, around a dozen guardsmen, will remain in the southwestern corner of the state to assist with humanitarian needs in a remote corridor for cross-border immigration. She also mobilized state police to assist local law enforcement. Governor Grisham also directed 25 troops from other states, including Arkansas, Kansas, Kentucky, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Wisconsin, to withdraw from the New Mexico border. So she has really branded herself as someone who wants to fight back against Donald Trump, and specifically Donald Trump's wall. In fact, I have a fun ad to show you that kind of helps illustrate that point. Let's take a quick look at that.
I'm Lujan Grisham, New Mexico's 49th in employment and 50th for schools. We gotta bust through some walls to make changes. Create public and private partnerships to rebuild our infrastructure. We need more apprenticeships and skills training. And we have billions in the permanent fund to invest in schools and small businesses. And here's what I think of Trump's wall.
Really went for it. Like, bless her heart.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Was it? No, she's a good guy. Like, I'm on her side for sure, especially on this. That ad though.
It's like if one of my mom's friends tried to make an ad, right? Like it's just like physical walls running through it and the way she scampers. I really liked it.
Okay, all right, okay. It's not for me, it's for other people.
It's cute.
But it's okay.
Okay, now this is a good debate on the Young Turks. So first of all, an analogy I use about my dad all the time is that he won't bother trying to find a door. Like you put him in a room and he will just go right through the wall. Doesn't care. So that spoke to me in that sense. Second of all, I kept trying to figure out when did they do an edit? Did they do a cut or did they do really thin walls and she actually ran through them, which would be even more fun?
I think she ran through them.
Yeah, it looked like very thin drywall, but I mean, it had the powdery stuff and everything. I think it was legitimately drywall.
Yeah. See, now we're having a conversation.
Thin drywall, obviously, because thick drywall, like you'll really maybe hurt yourself. I don't know. I've never tried it.
I've never ran through a wall. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've done construction. Yes, you will hurt yourself.
Did you ever hang drywall?
Of course.
Did you ever
That's really impressive.
Drywall?
Oh, please.
Okay.
In the post game, I'll tell you all the different things I've built, including a bathroom.
What?
That's right. That's right. So anyway, one day the Republicans would criticize me. This guy who worked in construction now thinks he knows about politics.
I mean, Trump.
Right. Exactly. Anyway, I love how she's standing up to. My favorite part was two things actually. One was ordering all the other states out. She's like, I'm the governor of this state.
Yes.
So hey, I appreciate it. Nothing against you guys, but you got to go now. Okay. So strength. Then the second part that I liked was that it was a smart policy. So she's like, look, actually in one corner of the state, in the southwestern corner in Hidalgo County, she's like, we do have an issue that needs a little bit more humanitarian assistance. So she kept a dozen guardsmen there and told the state police officers to help the local police officers there because people are coming up to folks' doors, etc. She's like, there we have an actual issue and we could deal with it in a humane, intelligent way. And so I'm gonna use the resources I have and direct them to where we have the problem. The rest was just optics. And the Republican governor had ordered the National Guard, their National Guard, when he was in charge last year to go along with Trump's propaganda. And she's like, and I'm not doing your marketing gimmicks, right? Yeah. I'm running through walls and I'm actually taking care of real problems.
And yeah, so there are still a lot of federal troops there, right? Which is pointed out in the article. And it's crazy that federal law prohibits the use of active duty troops for law enforcement, but we've completely disregarded that. So Trump is in violation of the law, technically, when he's sending these active duty troops down to the border. But presidents have done it in the past 12 years, according to this article. So I just find it crazy how we've decided that some illegal actions are totally fine because the president does it. I mean, under Obama, NSA spying too. But it's just bizarre that it's something we've just agreed upon.
Yeah, look, I agree with you, but I think the way in which Trump uses members of our military as political props is unprecedented, right? So Trump doesn't do it because he genuinely thinks there's an issue at the border. He does it to paint this narrative of a disaster, a crisis at the border, something that our military needs to get involved in to protect national security. Now, we know that that couldn't be further from the truth. These are individuals who are coming into the country seeking asylum. They're fleeing violence in their own countries. Now, if you want to have a debate about the economic strain that puts in the country, that's one thing, right? But what Trump is doing is painting these people as dangerous criminals who are coming in to murder everyone, and that is just not the case, period.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.